Hey, what's going on, you guys out there, to another video. You got yours truly, Mr. David Lyons and Erick Vaughn from the Family Cash Machine. You guys, we're excited to be here with you guys today on this 1st of August. It is hot as, blazing in Los Angeles. We've been going through a heat wave. Dave Lyons, what's going on, man? Where are you at right now? Would you let everybody know?
Oh, Detroit, Michigan. It's not hot like LA. It's been a little warm, but our weather already starting to kick in the fall gear.
All right. And we're going to go right into it, you guys. Again, you guys have seen me and David Lyons here, and we've teamed up in the cryptocurrency space, also in the wealth generation for average people to start learning about money and wealth. And one of the most unique times here in the world is right now. One of the worst times if you don't have information, but it's actually one of the best times if you guys start learning about money and just start learning about the new different trends on how money is being made. If you start recreating how you think, it's a huge opportunity for a lot of people out there in the world. So I'm going to go right into it. Yesterday, me and Dave Lyons had a little fun, and we had an opportunity to kind of talk about, quote unquote, this gentleman. I'm going to pull this picture up, Mr. Paul Krugman, who is actually a Nobel Peace Prize winner. And we had a video that we did yesterday, and the video was titled, you guys can find it, it's called Nobel, which is the correct spelling, N-O-B-E-L, Nobel Peace Prize winner, or Noble, the word noble, or Nobel Peace Puppet. So that was the title that we entitled it. And I'm gonna pull this guy's picture up so you guys know exactly who we're talking about here. And this guy here is interesting. Let me see if I can share my screen with him, Dave, and then they can see Mr. Krugman's picture. Here's Mr. Krugman. He's a Nobel Peace Prize winner. We did a little research on this guy. Yesterday when me and Dave did this video, we had just found the article that he did on Crypto Coins News. Let me go to that one. Crypto Coins News. We had just found that article. So we literally talked about that 10 minutes after we found the article with Mr. Krugman, saying some of the things that he was saying about cryptocurrency and in particular Bitcoin. Okay, here it is here. This is the picture I like to see. Okay, so Dave, I just wanted to take some time to talk to the audience and let them know what we found. Now, in the video, we talked about, we blasted this guy because remember, this guy is a Nobel Peace Prize winner in economics. He's an economist. So we knew that this guy knew better than to say the things that he was saying about Bitcoin. And we actually went through the video and showed it. But I did a little research on this guy right here, Dave, and I did want to share it with the public what we found. And it is amazing. And we were 1,000% right. And what do you think, Dave? You kind of know what I found, but just elaborate a little bit on what we talked about yesterday about this guy real briefly.
Well, we basically went through his article and picked out key points and broke them into pieces. And pretty much we could see that he's got an agenda underlying what he's talking about. He can sit up here and act like, hey, this Bitcoin thing, and it doesn't have any uses but for tax evaders and illegal operations. You know what I'm saying? Those are statements that he's making. That's that's the propaganda he's putting out there. But I told you, we didn't know who this guy was, but I told you he sounded like he got an agenda. And now, after doing some research, we found out I was right.
Yes, we found out his agenda. And when you guys find out who this guy is, it will amaze you. And so just remember, you guys, you have to always consider the source. When you get information, you have to consider the source. Now, mind you that he is a Nobel Peace Prize winner in economics. So we know he's qualified to understand the dynamics of economics. So let me just briefly read to you guys a little bit about him. Paul Krugman, born in 1953, blah, blah, blah. This, who is currently distinguished professor and at the Graduate Center of this New York, University of New York. So he's also a columnist. He's for the New York Times in economics. So he's very qualified. In 2008, Krugman was awarded the Nobel Memorial Prize, or the Nobel Peace Prize, Economic Science, for his contributions in new trade theories and new economic geography. The prize committee claimed that Krugman's work explaining the patterns of international trade and the geographic distribution of economic activity by examining the effects of economies of scale and of consumer preferences for diverse goods and services. So he's well qualified, Dave, to understand global economics, trade, free trade, commerce. He's well qualified to understand all the dynamics of how free trade works. Now, this is another interesting thing that I found. It was the Royal Swedish Academy of Science that has decided to award in 2008 the Syringe Riksbank Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel to Mr. Paul Krugman. Now, what's so interesting about that, Dave, is that what we talks about in our cryptocurrency courses on the Family Cash Machine, which are now up, you guys can go to the Family Cash Machine and take some free courses, but we also have some more extensive detailed courses that'll really teach you how to make money in this new economy and how to recreate how you think about money. And I want to share my screen with you guys with the syringe. Here it is here. The syringes, I can't pronounce that, it's Swedish. This was the first central bank in the world. Okay, this was the first central bank in the world. And that bank was established 1668 by a gentleman named Stockholm's Banco. And it was known as the Bank of Palmstruck. It was founded by Johann Palmstruck in 1656. It was the first central bank in the world that eventually changed its name to Syringe Riksbank. So who awarded this guy this award? And it was one of the first central bank committees in the world. So Dave, what do you think about him winning that award from the first central bank and in 2008? What was going on in 2008?
2008 was an economic collapse with the housing market and all the buyouts and all of that. Like, you know, I'm at a recipient of the buyout right now that I'm getting ready to clock in, and I'll actually see if I can switch my camera and show. The Chrysler Corporation, FCA, we took buyout money in 2008. You know, so 2008 was the economic collapse, and it's funny that they give an economist the Nobel Peace Prize during an economic collapse. Like, I don't understand that one.
I know, and this guy is saying that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has no use. It has no sound value other than tax evasion, and he knows better. It represents free trade. It represents the ability for people to be able to exchange and transact anywhere in the world, whether they have a bank account or not. And remember, there's 2.5 billion people around the world, for whatever reason, don't have bank accounts. And there's probably 3 billion people around the world that don't have adequate ID to even set up a bank account. So with this new technology, it's allowing anyone to involve themselves in free trade around the world. And that has to be good for global economies when you have more people participating in commerce and trade around the world. And they don't have to be boggled down by red tape, by banks, and they can just exchange immediately with one another. And that's a wonderful thing. So this guy understands that. But it's interesting that he's hired by the central banks, and he was awarded over $1.4 million with that award as well. And so we don't know how much more money he's receiving to direct people away from financial freedom.
Remember in that article, he made a bold statement. He said, the central banks are doing their job.
Very well. He said very well.
Yeah, very well. I mean, it's just blasphemous, man, to hear that and then to find out the next day that, hey, he's from the central bank. He's been sent by the central bank.
Yes, he sure is. And so right now, I'm going to just go ahead and share with you guys. Go to the Family Cash Machine. Let me pull up the website. Go to the familycashmachine.net or .com, and you guys start signing up for these classes so you can be on point. It used to be a time in America where we didn't really need to know economics and stuff because we had one of the strongest dollars in the world, but now that day has passed. And it is very essential and key that you guys start learning about money, learning how to escape one of the greatest collapse that is scheduled to happen in the world with all these economies. You just saw it with Cyprus. You just saw it with Greece. You just saw it with India. And recently now with Venezuela, these countries' economies have collapsed. Even China's having problems and they're trying to regroup. But you want to go here to the Family Cash Machine, sign up right here for some of our free courses, okay? And then from there, you guys could become Family Cash Machine members and start learning about this economy. And also, we also have a Bitcoin cycler. It doesn't matter what this economy does. There's people in our business that are making money as they're learning. And so you can actually earn while you learn in the Family Cash Machine. That's a great thing. And you're going to earn Bitcoins, which is the commodity that you want. Here it is here. You guys can sign up for the Fam Wealth Network, which is a Bitcoin cycler. And it starts at around $350 in USD, but it's 0.046 Bitcoin. So we like to deal with Bitcoin because that's the valuable commodity. Because at one time, that went as high as $700, that 0.046, $800. But right now, it's only $350 US. And once you guys cycle out and more students come into this business, then guess what? You guys are going to make about 1,800, something like that. It's I think it's 0.255 or something like that, which is almost about $1,700. It's a great incentive as you guys are learning. You know, you have an opportunity to actually earn Bitcoin. And then from there, we kind of teach you guys what to do with that Bitcoin. You control your own Bitcoin. We don't control it. You know, it's your wallet. We set you up with a wallet. We teach you guys the basics of cryptocurrencies. And anything you want to say, Dave?
No, I thought you was probably going to, show a little bit, maybe at the feed or the course page area or something. Or you want to just let them go and see. I mean, it's up to you, brother.
Yeah, Dave is proud. Dave built this beast right here. He's a programmer. He's a brilliant man, and he wants you guys to just go through the whole thing. I think today I'm gonna do another video with. I have a guy that needs to get into our cycler. He called me early this morning, wants to start the classes. So I'm gonna probably do a video with him and walk you guys through the whole website, and we'll post that video for you guys to be able to start learning how to navigate this wonderful website that Mr. Dave Lyons put together for the Family Cash Machine. And it's a cryptocurrency college connected. We have several courses there on money, on the central bank, and we have courses on the history of the central banks, Federal Reserve, the history of money, what is money, the difference between money and currency. We have courses on blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and even teach you guys how to invest in this industry and all the different ways that money is being made in the cryptocurrency business. So we're not just teaching and talking, we're showing you how to actually capitalize and position yourself for what our slogan is right here: one of the greatest exchanges of wealth ever in history of the world, because money now is getting ready to be disrupted in a major way. And those that understand it and get the information on time, you guys are in for a great a ride, and you can actually create a tremendous amount of leverage for you and your family and escape all this bull crap that's going down. And it's a war going on. It's an economic war. It's a trade war. It's a currency war, all at the same time. You guys are in the middle of it. Whether you do something or not, you're in it. So it's best to be prepared and understand what's going on and escape this and teach your children how they could maneuver around this by using different currencies and different type of currency that actually hold value, Dave. And it's not a fiat currency like that dollar that they just print and print and print, and they pay all these other, you know, they pay these elaborate people and to continue to perpetuate to you guys what we call the money matrix. Keep you in the matrix and keep you guys struggling day after day and not understanding what and where the problem is. So any closing arguments you got, Dave, before we close out?
No, man. I gotta go here and do my governmental job right here.
Okay.
Go ahead and pay the bills here, man. But yeah, man, just watch out who the messenger is. Do some research on the messenger, because the messenger is not always delivering you a message that's good for you. Got to remember that. We got to break this cycle, and they know that it's on the brink of getting broke, and they sending messengers, they sending you know, workers to try to keep this thing going.
Right,
but
right.
Education is key. A little bit of education and this tag gonna turn.
Yes.
But all right, brother.
Okay, man. Again, you guys, here it is, the Family Cash Machine. Go on there right now. Sign up as a free member. Take some free classes. We'll send you the free ebook, The Greatest Exchange of Wealth Ever in History. And then from there, you guys might want to be a part of our cycler, and you might want to be a part of some of the money-making things that we're doing that is actually creating a lot of income for people. So with that, you guys, again, you guys have a great evening, a great day. Family Cash Machine, Dave Lyons, and Mr. Erick Vaughn. Peace.
Peace.